You clicked because something about that title felt personal, didn't it? You've seen it. People earning less somehow always seem fine, while people earning more are always broke. That's not an accident. And today, I'm going to break down exactly why that happens. Let me tell you about two people I know. One of them earns almost double what the other earns. Has a nicer apartment, a bigger TV, a newer phone. From the outside, they look like they've got it figured out. The other one? Smaller place, nothing flashy. You'd walk in and think, okay, this person is doing all right, nothing special. But here's the thing that will mess with your head. The person earning less has 18 months of savings sitting in their account. They invest every single month without fail. They sleep well at night. The person earning more, 2 missed paychecks away from a real crisis. A knot in their stomach every time they check their bank balance. Same city, same era, completely different financial lives. And the difference has nothing to do with income. Today, I'm going to show you exactly why, and the rules that separate people who always seem to have money from people who never do, no matter how much they earn. Here's something nobody tells you when you're growing up. Everything you buy actually has 2 price tags. The first one is obvious. It's the number at the checkout. You see it, you pay it, done. But the second price tag, that one keeps charging you for years, and most people never even notice it. Think about a treadmill. You buy it for, let's say, $80,000. Great. But now the treadmill needs space in your home, space that you're already paying rent on. It needs to be cleaned, it needs maintenance, and here's the one that really hurts. It sits in the corner of your room every single day, quietly reminding you that you're not using it. That mental noise, that's also a cost, a real one. Or think about a car upgrade. The car you have works perfectly fine, but you get the itch, right? You want something newer, so you upgrade. Now you've got higher insurance, higher installments, more expensive maintenance, a higher lifestyle to maintain in front of people who, honestly, are too busy thinking about their own cars to even notice yours. This is what I call the second price tag. And once you start seeing it, you can't unsee it. Every single thing you own is costing you money right now, even if you paid for it years ago. So how do people who always have money think differently? I've broken it down into rules. Not complicated rules, human rules. Let's go. Rule 1, before you buy anything, ask, how many times will I actually use this? Not how many times you want to use it. How many times you will. Divide the price by that number. That's the real cost. A $15,000 jacket you wear twice a week for 2 years, that's practically free per wear. A $5,000 gadget you use 3 times and abandon? That's insanely expensive per use. This one question alone will kill at least half your impulse purchases, because the moment you do the math, the excitement fades and the truth shows up. Rule 2. The Disappearance Test. Walk around your home right now, mentally, if you're watching this on the go, and ask yourself, if this thing just vanished today, would I go out and buy it again? Be honest. That bread maker in the kitchen? No. Those 12 pairs of shoes, 8 of which you haven't worn in a year? Probably not. That subscription you forgot you had? Definitely not. Anything that fails this test has negative value. It's not neutral. It's actually costing you space, attention, and money to maintain something you don't even want. People who always have money are ruthless about this, not because they're cold, because they've realized that owning things you don't want is a form of silent financial drain. This one is going to sting a little, because we've all done it. Your phone works, your TV works, your car gets you from A to B safely and reliably. But then the new model comes out, or your friend gets something newer. And suddenly, your perfectly functioning thing starts to feel broken, even though nothing actually changed. This feeling has a name. It's called relative deprivation, and companies spend billions of dollars engineering it into you. The people who always have money have made a simple rule for themselves. Replace something when it fails, not when something newer exists. That's it. That one rule, applied over 20 years, is worth hundreds of thousands of dollars. Here's the ugly truth about willpower. It runs out. You can be disciplined all morning and impulsive by 11 p.m. when you're tired and scrolling through your phone. So stop relying on willpower. Start relying on systems. Set up an automatic transfer to your savings account on the day your salary arrives. Before you even see the money, it's gone into savings. Your brain will adjust to spending what's left. On the spending side, add friction. Delete the saved card on that shopping app. Unsubscribe from promotional emails. Don't keep shopping apps on your home screen. Make buying things slightly harder. Studies show that a simple 24-hour waiting rule eliminates around 70% of impulse purchases. Most desires for things fade within a day if you don't act on them immediately. You're not weak if you make impulsive decisions. You're human. The fix isn't to become a robot. It's to design your environment so the robot does the right thing for you automatically. Rule 5, count your stuff seriously. This sounds weird, but try it. Count how many shirts you own. Count your kitchen gadgets. Count the apps you pay for monthly. Most people guess low and discover they own 2 to 3 times more than they thought. And something strange happens when you count. Once you know you own 40 shirts, buying shirt number 41 suddenly feels ridiculous in a way it didn't before. The number makes the absurdity visible. People who stay lean financially set limits in categories, maybe 30 items of clothing, maybe one streaming service at a time, maybe a rule that anything new coming in means something old goes out. These limits aren't about suffering, they're about staying aware, because without awareness, possessions expand to fill every corner of your home and your bank account. Rule 6. Try before you buy. Rent before you own. We've all had that phase, the fitness phase where you bought all the equipment, the cooking phase with the fancy appliances, the photography phase, the guitar phase. Be honest, how much of that stuff is collecting dust right now? Before you buy something for a new hobby or interest, rent it, borrow it. Try it 3 times before committing. 2 things will happen. Either the interest fades, and you saved yourself a lot of money, or the interest is real, and now you know exactly what you need to buy because you've already tested it. The buy first, figure it out later approach has cost people I know millions of dollars over a lifetime. The try first approach costs almost nothing. Rule 7. Every big purchase comes with a family. Nobody talks about this enough. When you buy a boat, you're also buying a trailer, insurance, maintenance tools, storage fees, and the specific vehicle needed to tow it. The boat isn't a single purchase. It's a family of purchases that follows you home. This is called the Lifestyle Multiplier, and it applies to almost everything. New house? Now you need furniture, maintenance, security, a bigger internet plan. Home gym, flooring, mirrors, proper ventilation, maybe a renovation. Before any big purchase, sit down and map out everything that comes with it. The true cost is almost always 1.5 to 2 times the sticker price. And here's the flip side. When you eliminate one big thing, you often eliminate an entire ecosystem of costs with it. Getting rid of the boat doesn't just save the boat payment. It saves the storage, the insurance, the maintenance, all of it. Rule 8. Decide what enough looks like before you start earning more. This is the trap that catches high earners, and they never even see it coming. Income goes up, lifestyle goes up, new normal is set. Now you need even more income just to feel the same. People earning $500,000 a month can feel just as financially stressed as people earning $100,000 because their expenses expanded with their income. The people who break this cycle do one thing differently. They define enough before they start earning more? What kind of home is actually enough for a good life? What car genuinely meets your needs? What wardrobe do you actually need? Write those numbers down. Commit to them. Then, when income increases, and it will if you keep working, the extra goes straight into your future, not into a bigger version of the same lifestyle you already had. Rule 9, measure wealth by freedom, not by stuff. Ask yourself this: if you wanted to quit your job tomorrow, could you? If a family emergency came up and you needed 6 months away from work, could you handle it? If an opportunity came up in a different city, would you have the flexibility to take it? That ability to choose, that's real wealth. The person earning $300,000 a month but spending $295,000 has almost zero freedom. They're chained to their income. One bad month and everything falls apart. The person earning $100,000 a month but spending $55,000 has extraordinary freedom. They can take risks, say no to bad opportunities, handle emergencies without panic. Most people are measuring the wrong thing. They're counting possessions when they should be counting options. Every time you buy something you don't need, you're trading a little bit of freedom for a physical object. Sometimes it's worth it. Most of the time, it's really not. Rule 10. Declutter regularly, not just once a year. Here's why most "I'm going to be minimalist" phases don't last. People do one giant purge, feel amazing, and then, slowly, quietly, the stuff creeps back. Within 2 years, they're right back where they started. The fix isn't a bigger purge. It's small, regular check-ins. Once a week, notice what's coming in. Once a month, evaluate one category. Once a quarter, look at the bigger picture. Small, consistent reviews are so much easier than one overwhelming annual session, and they catch the creep early before it becomes a problem again. Here's something really important that I want to leave you with. The relationship between owning less and having more money works in both directions. Yes, owning less creates more money. That's obvious by now. But here's the part that surprised me. When you actually have savings, when your account is growing, when you feel financially secure, the urge to buy stuff just decreases on its own. Most overconsumption is actually about filling an emotional gap. When you feel insecure financially, spending gives you a brief hit of control, status, comfort. It's emotional medicine for financial anxiety. When the anxiety goes away, because you built real security, you stop needing the medicine. That's the virtuous cycle. Spend less leads to save more leads to feel secure leads to need to spend less leads to save even more. Each turn of the cycle reinforces the next, and the other cycle, the destructive one, works just as powerfully in the wrong direction. Spend everything leads to feel insecure, leads to spend more to feel better, leads to feel worse, leads to repeat. The cycle you're in right now determines your financial life far more than your income ever will. You don't need to earn more to start the virtuous cycle. You just need to start. Remember those 2 apartments I described at the beginning? The one with the 18 months of savings and the calm confidence at the bank account screen? That's available to you. Not because you need to earn more, not because you need to get lucky, but because you make a decision, consciously, deliberately, about what you're going to let your money do. Your money can buy things, or it can buy freedom. The people who always seem to have money chose freedom. Subscribe. Comment your biggest spending weakness below.